Okay, it's November 21st, Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving. This will probably be my final video for quite a while. I've got a little bit of schedule changes coming up, some things going on, but here's the trades for today. Trade number one, you can see it broke even very quickly on that one. And we got a nice 30 tick scalp. Price started moving down. Caught it when I felt we were getting a little bounce back up. So small scalp, but pretty good. Here was one going in the opposite direction almost a few seconds later. It got stopped out at break even. And took a little bit of a loss there. Now here's one that gave me a little trouble breaking out of this little price level. Got nervous, broke even, and then like a few seconds later would have been a really nice winner. Easy 40, 50 ticks. So here's probably the worst trade of the day. When you get a pop like that and then you're up against a little level, not a good idea to go in on the first try almost. You can see it starts to break out and then pops up very hard. I should have gotten out there, didn't, and took a loss. So got into negative territory. Now here's something you're probably wondering, what the heck am I doing with this almost 100 tick target here? I felt we were going to move back up with some momentum, and I decided I'm going to hold this trade. And you can see here I was up 45 ticks, didn't take profit. Usually I take profit 20 to 40 ticks. Comes back down, and I get stopped out at break even. So that was the mistake I made, assuming we were going to get through these levels, making predictions where price would go. That's not what my system's about. It's about catching little 20 to 40 tick bursts. Felt we were moving back up here and that I should re-enter this trade and at least get my 40 ticks or so here. It did not work. Again, I made predictions and got punished for it a little bit. Now look, I'm up 21 ticks. Could have easily taken profit, had a decent trade. Held it through the break even and lost almost 40 ticks. Absolutely terrible trade management. After that, I decided to get back on track, do, the type of trades that I usually do. Small scalps, 1-1 there. Want another one there, a couple of small ones, but back in the positive territory. That was one, took a nice win in there. Sorry I didn't get to show that one 100%. Just one I broke even at. Okay, here's one in real time. You can see these get a little tricky, and you can see how they react off these little levels. And that's the whole key, understanding where your levels are. Most people don't map them out in real time like I do, but I've seen how price bounces, especially in NQ. Very important to know what price is going to do when it hits these levels. And it usually takes a couple of tries before it breaks through. Another winner. And here's one more. Okay. Price started moving down a little. I never predict what it's going to do. I just wait for the momentum to pick up, time in on those levels, and there's another winner. Okay, here's one I call the A second wave. You can see I am looking for entries right through here. There it is. And a small win there. So not doing bad considering I was down quite a bit in the beginning. Here was a nice one, little 20 tick scalp. Small, small wins, but they do add up if you're accurate. Here's a trade, not really a great entry. I anticipated and predicted not the way to go, but I think I got lucky here and it worked out. This would have been a better entry had I waited for that formation. I broke even on it, that's right. And that was a good one. Price came up, bounced off the level, pulled back, anticipated a possible breakthrough on this one, had some area here without any real issues. Always looking for those gap areas, and you can see that wasn't working too well. I was going to break even, then I thought, well, let me give it a little bit more patience here, and that was a winner. Okay, took a few trades here. Oh, shit. That was one on crude oil after the oil report came out. Ended up breaking even. Okay, went back to NQ. And got one more, and that's when I decided to call it a day. Happy with the way it went, especially after the beginning. Always need to learn not for me to make assumptions and bias. All that is the enemy of my trading. So won't be back on here for a while, but I hope this was helpful, and I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving.